Hi, I'm Jen Leinbach, representing ESPN Enabled, here with Jim Abbott. Jim, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Can you tell us about your book?
Well, I just wrote a book. It's called Imperfect, An Improbable Life, and it's been great. I always thought about writing a book. I'm really glad I didn't write it when I was playing, because it took some time for me to really think about the experiences I've had and to open up in an honest way, and came out a couple weeks ago. I've been overwhelmed with the positive response. People have been so nice to me, ESPN so nice to me, and you know, I hope people find that what I said is true.
Great. We've had Curtis Pride here before. He's a deaf player that played in the major leagues. What are your thoughts on people in the major leagues that have disabilities and playing? How do you overcome them?
Well, I'm a big fan of Curtis, I have to say, and you know, I love baseball for the idea that you can contribute in so many different ways. You know, there's so many different abilities that you can contribute to a baseball team with your speed, your passion, your power, your pitching ability, and so I think it's a great game in that way, and I think it's a game of opportunity for people who might be a little bit different, who might learn to do things a little bit differently. They can still get in, they can still be good.
My group, ESPN Enabled, are really big about supporting all the employees that have disabilities. How big was the community in supporting you?
Today with ESPN Enabled, I've had a great time. I mean, I've heard over and over again about ESPN's diversification in their hiring practices, about the opportunities they provide, and you know, we've been all over today, and I've seen, you know, people from so many different backgrounds, and it's a great environment. I've enjoyed myself immensely. I was nervous coming here, but I've had a blast.
Did you have any naysayers or people?
Sure, we all have naysayers, right? We all have those influences. You know, I think it's just becoming aware of the things that affect us, the understanding, and it might not be just in terms of a disability. It could be in we all have limitations that we buy into, and my dad used to tell me, you know, Jim, the greatest limitations or the greatest handicaps are those limitations that we allow ourselves to buy into. And so becoming aware of that, becoming aware of what were the little things that pushed me away from where I wanted to go. And now it's not always easy. It doesn't make it any easier to hear those things, but just being aware of them and not allowing them the power to change how you feel about yourself. I found that was incredibly important.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you, Jen. That was great.